Hi everyone, I just got back from seeing the new Beauty and the Beast movie, and it's just absolute. It's just phenomenal. It's just magical. It's visually fantastic. The characters, the acting, it's all superb. I know this movie's got some flaws, but you're only thinking about the flaws in the movie, to be honest, when you're comparing it to the original. And yeah, obviously with the original being a classic, and you can tell with the filmmakers that they just knew that that the movie that they're going to make and produce is always going to be compared to the original, and it's just going to be in the shadow of the original. So what they did, like they did with Jungle Book, like they did with Cinderella, they just gave this film its own identity, and what works in a live action format, and it really, really works so well. It's just superb. I can't talk about this movie well. You can't compliment enough of the special effects on this. Everyone's saying how groundbreaking the Jungle Book was, but this one, the effects just they complement a lot with the production, the designs, and stuff, the natural sets, and it just looks and it just feels very fairy tale-y, and that is just it just works with the movie, and it's so beautiful. The cinematography, it's the production designs, the sets, and the way the visual effects come in and just complement it all. It's just beautifully stunning, and I generally think, come the award season this time around, this next year, 2008 Oscars, this is going to be up for all sorts of technical awards, and I think unless a film comes out later this year and it's just flawlessly stunning, I think this film's going to win for production design. It was absolutely stunning to watch. The visual effects, especially on the Beast, just really, really work with the character. It helps bring everything that was drawn in the animated film just to life in a perfect way, and the way they have updated, to make the servant characters, who are like teapots, candles, clocks, just to make them look more like what they are meant to generally be, but just give them that little human nature, just the small face and things. Beautiful, beautiful to watch, and it's just absolutely stunning. And compliments to the voice cast behind it, because the way they perform these voices, they just blend into the characters very well, especially with Emma Thompson's Mrs. Potts, when she's doing her rendition of Taylor's Oldest Time, the Beauty and the Beast song. When they're dancing, you're going, oh my god, I forgot that was Emma Thompson. That was Emma Thompson. I forgot that she's voicing it. It's the same with Ewan McGregor's Lumiere. He just brings so much charm, so much charisma, and that's exactly what he needed to do to help bring Lumiere to life. It was just beautiful to watch, absolutely stunning. There's no question about it. With the and Ian McKellen was. He was just beautifully with as Clocksworth. Just I think he's actually going to be more memorable, and I think the look of the original character in the animated films more. The look is going to be more iconic. I think Ian McKellen's the way his voice and acting. That's going to be one of the few things in this movie that's going to outshine what happened in the original classic. With the live action cast, Emma Watson as Belle, she's really good casting choice. She does stumble with the singing parts of things, and she does stumble with I'll repeat my point. She stumbles with the singing parts of things, and she's the only one when you're listening to when she's singing, you can actively almost hear the auto tune, and that's not. No, but she pulls it off well, and she's really good in the other stuff, and you generally forget halfway through the film that you've grown up watching her as Hermione Granger. She just fits in flawlessly. She gets the character spot on, and she was amazing. She was brilliant to watch. The star of the show, who really steals it, it's not the Beast, it's not Belle. It's Luke Evans as Gaston. I've never seen him so perfectly cast. Gaston as a character in the cartoon one is very much a cartoon villain, and it's the way when he's talking about how great himself is, how glorious himself is. In a live action format, that might come off as really, really cheesy and really, really corny, and the direction and the way Luke Evans portrays it, he gets it so spot on when it's needing to be for funny. He gets that right balance, and he's actually you feel more of the threat of him in this version. Like you generally feel, you feel like he's actually a bad person in this one, rather than someone who was just desperate to get Belle's attention. You go, whoa, this guy's going to kill things. It's like, whoa. In a PG film as well. But no, that was really good. Josh Gad as Luther. Oh my god, he was just so funny to watch whenever he's on screen. And I know there's been a big whole hoo-ha about when Disney came out and said that his character's a gay character. They play it really right so that only the adults will really pick up on it, and the kids will just laugh at the film. Plays it perfectly, generally really good, really well done, and it's done in such a right way, delicate way, and it's, yeah, I was saying, it's going to be something that the adults will truly pick up on fully, because it's very much, obviously there, and so like Disney weren't going to bother and hiding it, and I think that a lot of the credit has to do what Josh Gad brings to it, especially when the scenes when you can tell he's just generally in love with Gaston, and Gaston sort of they play it really quite humorously, because Gaston's aware that he's in love with him, but it's like, for Gaston isn't that way. They play it fun. It's so funnily, beautifully good, without getting offensive or anything or just obscene. It's beautifully played out well. And I was saying with Emma, I came back and all the cast was so well good when it comes to the singing, the big musical parts, and that's another thing that this one takes more of. Then Cinderella wasn't really musical. Jungle Book wasn't really musical, but since Jungle Book's got some that cartoon got some very popular songs in it, they still decided to put them in there for things just like Bare Necessities and I Want to Be Like You, but it wasn't really a musical. This one's a full-blown musical. All the classic songs make a return and come back, just slightly updated with, just more musical score, a bit more of a musical score behind it, but it just fits well with the movie because the whole movie is designed around it, and it's just beautiful. Dan Stevens as the Beast really plays that. He plays his character really, really well. So much point is actually when he got to the end of the film, I was like, I kind of wish he would just stay the Beast because he's so good as the Beast. In a way, it was so weird. Like I didn't want him to quite turn back. I just like, can he just stay the Beast? Because it would just, I don't know why. It just felt because he was so good at playing the human in a beast part role sort of thing, and that loser and loner. So when he came out when he was the Prince Charming bit at the end, I say Prince Charming, sorry, but you know what I mean, with the prince, and it's kind of like, wish you just stayed with me. So I don't know why it just was better. It was so weird how I felt like that. It was so bizarre. But no, but that's got to be credit to him. And some actors will struggle when they're in the motion capture massive amounts of makeup. You can tell he's not struggling to act through it. He uses it. It complements his whole performance. It's a very good casting role, and I actually generally think he's a better pick for this role than who was originally picked, and that was Ryan Gosling. But Ryan Gosling turned this down to do La La Land. Coincidentally, Emma Watson turned La La Land down to do this film. But no, it was absolutely I do think come award season just around, this movie's going to be up for all kinds of technical awards. It's going to be a massive hit for Disney. Disney are well and truly on this roll with their remakes of their old classic films. I actually would love to see a sequel to this, even though they don't leave it any at all open-ended or anything for a sequel. I would still love to see a sequel. The directing on this film is absolutely great. So credit to Bill Condon. Got how he plays his name is Condon, and it was a film that had a lot of respect for its original, was aware it was going to be in its own, because in that original shadow, gave it its own identity, really without changing too much of the story so that fans and people are not going to be upset about things. Really, really, really well done. They slightly gave it a bit more actiony feel towards the end, and you delve into a bit more of Belle's backstory, but it just fit naturally with the whole film. It's just so much fun. It's a film that goes, yeah, we're not going to take ourselves fully seriously. We're Beauty and the Beast. You can tell the cast were having a good, especially Luke Evans as Gaston, you can tell that he was having so much fun in that role. And that's what made him so good, because he was having, you can just tell it was one of those films you can tell they were having fun making it, so you had fun, the people who were viewing had fun watching it. I have to say, I'd recommend seeing this film in 3D, especially with the big musical numbers, the stuff they do with it. I'd actually even say it's better 3D than Jungle Book, and it was it was just felt naturally, felt well. Flaws of this movie, I think the script could have done a bit more of a polish, because there was a couple of quite a few dodgy lines in there, and the editing could have done with just a little bit of a clean up on some things, because some things, especially in some dialogue scenes, just felt just a little too choppy. But it was absolutely superb to watch. I really recommend going and seeing it and taking a whole family to go and see it. I'm definitely going to go and see it again. But it was absolutely fantastic. And so, yeah, rating out of 5, I would give this movie easily a 4. Easily a 4. Guys, that's my review of Beauty and the Beast. If you've seen the movie, comment below, let me know, and if you like what you see here, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. And thank you very much, and I will see you all again soon. Thank you.